Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the void. Eee. Oh, you've brought something for me? Comments from the last video, you say? Well, what do they say? Let me have a look at this. Oh, well then, that's a lot of people. I should have maybe set the hurdle a bit higher than just 10. Well, fuck. I guess I have a video premise at least. Of course, I have written said proof before I started recording, because yeah, of course I'm going to write the cute proof before I start recording. I'm not going to write it while recording. For that, you have to go to the Discord, because I did record it while writing it. Like the first hour of the, 5-hour process. Too much effort, but not enough effort went into this, because 5 hours is no time to write a quote-unquote paper. But then, let's begin with the title: Interdisciplinary Validation of Cuteness in a Loosely Defined Population. Good title, right? Who do you think the loosely defined population is? Yeah, it's you. You're the loosely defined population. Section 1. The abstract. Heads up, I did write basically all of this by hand, except for the abstract. I threw the abstract into ChatGPT to make it, and then I edited it a bit. So the abstract sounds weird. Cuteness, while often considered to be subjective, still shows identifiable patterns across multiple disciplines, including aesthetics, neurology, and social behavior. This paper, and paper throughout the entire thing, by the way, is going to be in quotation marks, investigates and validates the implications of these patterns on a loosely defined population, namely the audience of the author's furry ASMR videos. By looking at existing research and applying it to data from YouTube's analytics, this study constructs a proof of cuteness for the target population. The analysis is conducted through the identification and subsequent classification of cuteness factors, CFs, and furry cuteness factors, FCFs, which cover both general and fandom-specific traits associated with cuteness. A deeper exploration into one of the social norms in the furry community reveals a paradox that ensures all members of the target population are in fact cute. Through a structured breakdown of CFs and FCFs, statistical inference, and logical reasoning, this paper demonstrates that any individual engaging with the presented material meets at least one criterion for cuteness. Furthermore, the inherent mechanics of furry social interaction reinforce this conclusion, making the denial of cuteness not only invalid, but paradoxically affirming. In conclusion, this study finds, without any possibility of refutation, that the target audience is unequivocally cute. Can you tell what parts were written by ChatGPT? Yeah, wordy fucking bitch. Anyways, then there's a disclaimer. This abstract was 70% written by ChatGPT, because I got lazy at the end, and the rest of this paper is, however, actually written by yours truly. Well then. Starting section 2, Shorthands and Terminology. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, or more commonly an umbrella term for non-musical auditory stimulation for the enjoyment of the listener. CF, Cuteness Factor, a singular measurable feature of an object or person for the purposes of determining whether something is cute. FCF, Furry Cuteness Factor, is identical to a cuteness factor, but provides more specific coverage of factors only prevalent in the furry community. Only might not be the correct word there, I realize, but after reading through your stuff, you will always find more stuff to correct, so I'm just going to keep going. Furry fandom / community. Fans of anthropomorphized animals and sometimes objects. A broad and multifaceted community exists around this concept, both online and in person. Yes, I'm going to go with the ridiculously broad and ridiculously inclusive definition of fans of anthropomorphism, which, yeah, I know some people don't like, but, it's the easiest one. Hee-hoo. Target and target population. The person or group of people to whom cuteness is ascribed by a secondary party. And then, secondary party, the person ascribing cuteness to a target. Finally, in our shorthands and terminology section, we have paper in quotation marks. Used to avoid confusion with actual papers, which are held to much higher standards and are in general much more useful and valuable to society than the monstrosity you are about to read, or I guess in your case, listen to. Starting section 3, index. We have the abstract, the shorthanded terminology, the index. Then we have section 1, current state of research, 1.1, aesthetics, 1.2, neurology, 1.3, furry fandom. Section 2, motivation and goals. Section 3, definitions. 3.1, cuteness. 3.1.1, the cuteness denial social norm of the furry fandom. Wordy title. 3.2, attractiveness. 3.3, loosely defined population. In parentheses, channel viewers. Section 4, methodology. 4.1, initial population analysis and determining cuteness factors. 4.2, applicability analysis of determined factors in edge cases. 4.3, furry fandom catch-all. Section 5, analysis of results. 5.1, results of analyzing and results of analysis and resulting cuteness factors. 5.2, furry fandom catch-all, just identical title twice in two different sections because, fuck it, I couldn't be bothered, I guess. Section 6, conclusion. 6.1, you're cute, all of you. 6.2, you can't deny it. 6.2.1, I have proof. 6.3, future research opportunities. And then finally, overarching section 4, sources. Disclaimer right off the bat. This does have sources, but I got too lazy to add them in properly. So the sources section literally just says, I don't fucking know, Google it yourself. But I can assure you, there are sources. I did look up stuff. I had like 8 tabs open at the time, at one point during writing this. Let's get into the actual meat of things then. 8 minutes of fucking rambling and we haven't even gotten to the content yet. Can you fucking believe it? Yeah, I don't know, man. Reading research papers isn't exactly exciting, and this one's written to be funny, and it's still not very exciting. I don't know how well this video will do, to be honest. Anyways. Section 1, current state of research. Section 1.1, aesthetics. In the field of aesthetics, which concerns itself with the nature of beauty, taste, and art, cuteness can be sorted into the more generic definition of attractiveness. In this sense, something being cute can be expanded to mean that someone or something is beautiful, sexually desirable, or otherwise attractive for conventional reasons. Immaterial properties, such as intellect or honesty, may also contribute to aesthetic attractiveness and, by extension, cuteness. Section 1.2, neurology. In neurological/biological reasoning, cuteness is a part of the broader paternal instinct, meant to induce care and love for a child, leading to increased chances of survival. However, like many things to do with human instinct, it can be tricked into being applied to things other than its originally intended recipient by emulating the characteristics that trigger this instinct. Some of the identified physical features of cuteness in this field of study are a large head in proportion to the rest of the body, large eyes in proportion to the head, rounded shapes, and soft texture. These general juvenile traits can be emulated to induce a perception of cuteness in others. It should be noted that certain behavioral patterns are also associated with the triggering of the paternal instinct and its accompanying emotions, such as, for example, clumsiness. I guess I should add an extra note here. Like, yeah, a lot of dogs and stuff, like a lot of dog breeds, are bred specifically to look, quote-unquote, cute, which is why they're extra fucked up. Pugs are not cute. They're genetic abominations that are suffering every second they exist. Stop breeding pugs, for fuck's sake. Anyways. 1.3. Furry fandom. While physically apparent traits and the accompanying behavioral traits that make people cute in the aesthetic and biological sense do still apply, there is a clear difference in how the term cute is treated by furries in comparison to the more general populace. There have been several studies revolving around the perception of attractiveness and identity within the furry fandom/community, highlighting certain additional key factors while mitigating or downright removing other factors. The biggest difference in the furry fandom when compared to the general populace is that cuteness is often tied more to personal expression as opposed to purely physical attributes. Many furries use a persona to embody or idealize aspects of themselves, and it is oftentimes this character that is then perceived by other furries. This includes various personas containing elements of conventional cuteness as part of a desire to be cute on the creator's side. Additionally, community norms and interactions reinforce and reward cute behavior, leading to a self-perpetuating cycle where being perceived as cute is both a compliment and an expected social exchange. Section 2. Motivation and goals. The motivation of this paper is because the author thinks it's funny. I do. I think it's very funny. On several previous occasions, the author has written targeted papers proving the cuteness of individual persons. This time, the author wants to prove that the general audience of his ASMR YouTube videos is cute as part of a video. The goal of this paper, I forgot the quotation marks on that one, whoops, directly follows from the motivation, proving to the listener of the video that will be produced from the reading of this paper that they are irrefutably cute. Wow, that sentence is fucked up. More specifically, the exact goal is to demonstrate that it is extremely improbable for any person to avoid being classified as cute, alongside an additional demonstration of a loophole in furry social conduct that leads to everyone and everything being classified as cute, no matter what. Section 3. Definitions. Section 3.1. Cuteness. Cuteness is a subjective perception that can be triggered by a variety of both primary and secondary stimuli and results in a desire to care and/or perception of attractiveness of various varieties. For this paper, cuteness is defined as a mixture of both primary and secondary stimuli, with a focus set on the secondary stimuli that occur more commonly in the furry fandom. I should probably clarify that by primary and secondary stimuli, I specifically mean the classification of primary and secondary stimuli as understood by behaviorism. Forgot to write that in. I have 3 years of psychology. I'm going to use that knowledge. Where was I? Right. The resulting definition of cuteness in the furry fandom is mostly taken in the direction of an expression of attractiveness of some form and a complement with an attached social norm of denial. In this paper, the term cuteness factor, CF, will be used to refer to a singular facet of physical or behavioral cuteness. Factors specific to the furry fandom will be referred to as furry cuteness factors, FCFs, to help distinguish them throughout the paper. I don't know if I'm going to keep going paper every time I read it. I might just start reading it normally. I think at this point you get that this is not an actual paper. It should also be noted that cuteness is an attribute ascribed to someone or something by a second party. It is certainly possible to ascribe cuteness to oneself. It is not possible to unascribe a second party's description of cuteness, as one cannot easily directly influence another person's tastes and perception. This basically means if someone calls you cute, but you think you're not cute, you're still cute because someone else thinks you're cute. Like, you're not going to change that they think you're cute by thinking that you're not cute. You get what I mean? Like, yeah. Cuteness is usually something ascribed to you by someone else. Yay. 3.1.1 The cuteness denial social norm of the furry fandom. A social norm has established itself within the furry fandom, in which one part calls the other cute, and then the receiving party denies this. This denial is meant to be coy, making a pretense of shyness or modesty intended to be alluring and is a form of agreement or acknowledgement of cuteness. Paradoxically, accepting the compliment and agreeing that one is cute still counts as valid agreement. Additionally, even if the denial is not meant to be coy, the act of denying one's own cuteness is oftentimes seen as cute behavior in the fandom, which is how this norm began in the first place. As such, there is no real escape from cuteness in the furry fandom. Section 3.2 Attractiveness. Attractiveness is a subjective perception of various forms of desirability. This can range from a simple perception of beauty of any kind to sexual attraction and additionally any learned secondary stimuli which are subjective, as they are different for each individual. A cuteness factor is often, though not exclusively, a form of attractiveness. 3.3 The loosely defined population, aka channel viewers. The population this paper focuses on in particular are the viewers of the furry ASMR video that will be made from this very paper. A viewer is anyone who has watched an ASMR video on the Current 62 YouTube channel. This group encompasses several thousand people at this point. Holy fucking shit, how did we get here? Who share some characteristics as can be determined by the YouTube analytics page. Section 4 Methodology 4.1 Initial population analysis and determining cuteness factors. To begin determining and proving that the considered population is cute, I first conducted a cursory analysis of the data provided by the YouTube analytics page. This page includes things like generic viewing habits, age, gender, and more. This will allow me to make some initial assumptions about CFs and FCFs present in the population. Using the data acquired in the initial analysis, I will then go through a list of generic CFs and FCFs and compile which of them are most likely to apply to the target population. Following is the list of generic cuteness factors, those being physical fitness, honesty, proportionally big head, proportionally large eyes, intelligence, kindness, soft textures, clumsiness, being small. And then the very specific cuteness factors, shyness and bashfulness, being socially awkward, being disproportionately open about personal matters of identity and sexuality. Fursona is a cute animal. Like, yeah, I know it sounds kind of stupid, but like, if you have a cute fursona, people are gonna say you're cute. Like, yeah. Denial of being cute makes you cute. Being socially active and or open. Yeah, just engaging people are usually seen as attractive and by extension cute. Talking about topics one is passionate about at great lengths and detail. You ever had a hyperfixated friend just kind of ramble for an hour? It's pretty cute. It's pretty damn cute. They're pretty passionate and it's pretty damn cute. Being snuggly. Yeah, just that, I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. And being silly. Another one that should be pretty self-explanatory. Next, section 4.2. Applicability of analysis of determined factors and edge cases. What a fucking name. For each determined CF and FCF from the previous step, I now determine the applicability to the target population and its subgroups based on statistics already collected and made available in other much more serious papers. At the end of the applicability analysis, there are likely going to be some people not covered by any of the CFs and FCFs. These edge cases will be handled separately. However, for those in the targeted population that fall under any CF, FCF, or combination thereof, the conclusion of cuteness can already be made. This is because each CF and FCF measures an aspect of cuteness, which, when present, means that at least some degree of cuteness must be present in the considered individual. Who'd have guessed? If I give you a cuteness measuring stick and it measures anything other than 0, then you're cute. I don't know what that fucking gremlin laugh was. It's 3:30 in the morning and I haven't slept yet. I consumed 9 cups of coffee worth of caffeine today, just to, like, get to this point. Section 4.3. Furry fandom catch all. As previously stated in section 2.1.1, the furry social norm contains a logical inconsistency that allows for anyone and anything to be cute as long as someone calls them cute. This is due to the fact that neither denial or agreement can change the verdict of cuteness. Even the complete lack of a response can be seen as a normal denial, as choosing not to respond is a form of communication, just like responding is. Therefore, if someone were to call the remaining edge cases cute, they too would become cute in the context of the furry fandom. This prerequisite of being called cute is easy to fulfill, as the cuteness is in large parts subjective. You might see where this is going already, but hold your horses. I'm not going to cheat until the very end. I most likely don't even need to cheat at the end, but I'm going to do it anyways, just to be sure. Section 5. Analysis of results. Now here we're getting to the part that I put maybe actually a little bit of effort into. 5.1. Results of analysis and resulting cuteness factors. YouTube's analytics data of my most recent video suggests that almost every single viewer of my channel is in fact a furry of some variety, with very few exceptions. This can be seen from the search term statistics on how the video is almost exclusively being searched for specifically as furry ASMR. Wow, that sentence is completely fucked. I didn't read it fucked up, but it's written fucked up. If you want to look at it again, it's on the Discord. Other easily observable statistics are that 100% are the 100% male viewership ratio, but only on the most recent video, with most viewers sitting in the age range from 18 to 34. 57.3% in the 18 to 24 range, and 33.4% in the 25 to 34 range. People roughly around my age. I'm 23, turning 24 this year, so... More than half of all viewers use their phone to watch videos, sitting at 57.1%, while people using computers come in at second, at 34.4%. While this is pure conjecture on my part, this weirdly similar statistic might point towards a generational shift in technology, which might make for an interesting actual paper. They just happen to line up almost exactly. It's kind of funky. Right off the bat, we can rule out the CFs for proportionally large eyes and head, as well as being small, as the infantile features these traits refer to are only rarely encountered in the statistically likely age range of the viewer. The next factor to be considered falls into the FCF category of Fursona is a cute animal. As my target population is effectively guaranteed to be all furries, and over 95% of furries have a fursona according to some sources, we can look at a statistical breakdown of species that occur among fursonas. Using the result of a survey conducted by First Science, square brackets, link, we can see that all fursonas are cute on the basis of being based on animals, which are cute. I didn't extrapolate it a whole lot. I was going to go ahead and do a whole breakdown of like the top 20 species and how literally all of them are cute. Because they are. We have things like wolf, fox, dragon, and the list goes on. And quite frankly, yeah, they're cute. Some might argue that entries like insect should not be counted as cute. However, moths exist, and they are cute. Yep, there you go. Another FCF that can be easily determined is being snuggly. As my ASMR videos prominently and often feature cuddling or other close body contact like petting, the target population by definition The target population by definition watches these videos, and according to YouTube's viewer retention statistics, 30 to 40% of viewers watch all the way to the end of my longer videos. Most of the videos end with cuddling, making it a fair assumption to classify around a third of all viewers as some form of snuggly. Finally, more FCFs allow for some additional coverage, with the factors of being socially awkward and being socially active and or open taking into account all possible combinations. We get someone socially awkward and isn't socially active and or open, which is cute. Someone who isn't socially awkward and is socially active and or open, which is cute. Someone who is both socially awkward but also socially active and open, which is cute. And finally, the edge case of someone who is not socially active and or open, but also isn't socially awkward in any way. This final combination is, quite frankly, not very likely. Like, if you're completely inactive socially, you have probably some form of social awkwardness in you somewhere, just because you're not used to it. This final combination is not very likely, but technically doesn't fulfill either FCF, meaning that it isn't cute. That specific trait, by the way, if you get not cute by one of them, it doesn't matter. As long as you get one cute, you're cute. Again, these are all just individual facets of cuteness. 5.2, Furry Fandom Catch-All. If you're reading this, you're cute. If you're listening to this, you're cute. There we go. As previously mentioned, the inconsistencies in the furry social norm of calling others cute inevitably and invariably leads to the conclusion that the target is in fact cute. Any and all edge cases that might have existed have thus been removed. Descriptions of cuteness from a second party, this paper in this case, cannot be overwritten, as they are based on factors the target has no control over, like the subjective perception of reality inherent to the second party ascribing cuteness to the target. Additionally, denial of cuteness by attempting to argue against it is one of the clearly defined FCFs, denial of cuteness, resulting in even more people previously not covered and thinking themselves safe to be classified as cute. So basically, the moment you thought that what I just did there was bullshit, you just gave yourself an actual valid cuteness reason. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I tricked you. You're cute now. Section 6. Conclusion. Oh, by the way, if you accepted me calling you cute just then yes, you're cute. Section 6. Conclusion. 6.1. You're cute. All of you. As extensively demonstrated in Section 5, everyone is cute. In conclusion, you are cute. You have always been cute. You will always be cute. This is no longer a matter of opinion. It is now a scientifically validated fact. Totally. I'm a legitimate scientist. The coverage of CFs and FCFs applied in this analysis ensures that almost no one can escape the cuteness. By the way, I could break it down further. I could have done even more analysis, and the chances of you not having any bit of cuteness in your person would have shrunk smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, because the statistical likelihood of you not having a single speck of something that someone on the planet might perceive as cute is basically impossible. So you know. Section 6.2. You can't deny it. You may say you aren't, but that only makes you cuter. Denial of cuteness is a furry cuteness factor, meaning that trying to refute this conclusion only further proves that you're cute. 6.2.1. I have proof. The proof is the paper you just read. Yes, this section only exists because of the funny number. 621. Section 6.3. Future research opportunities. As mentioned in section 5.1, there is a curious correlation between the age ranges in my viewers and the preferred device for consuming furry femboy ASMR videos. This might potentially hint at a measurable change in technological preference based on age. Who knows? I mean, it probably exists, and studies on that probably also already exist, but it's interesting that it pops up in YouTube statistics like that. Might be worth investigating. And finally, 4 sources. Too tired, can't be bothered, lol. Just look up stuff on Google. This stuff isn't hard to find by any means. Thank you, me from the past. Great writing. Yeah. So, that's that. And man, would you look at that? This is already a half-hour-long recording. Good job for making it this far. You're a good boy, or a good girl, or a good fluff, and you're cute. And yeah, see you next time. Also, there's this occasional stupid bonus audios that I upload on Discord, so go check them out on Discord. Goodbye. Wow.